Morning, fellow warriors. May today be filled with blessings. That's the way to look at it. Market bless us, the holy bull, with the almighty upside. Bring us some cash today. Let's go. Bring that good energy. Manifest. Manifest what you want. Let's do it. That's great, man. We should do something like in the morning. I'll have like a gratitude. Pay our blessings to the almighty market. Reminds me of growing up Catholic. We pray before we eat every meal, you know, just to bring the family together, show thanks, gratitudes. Market getting started here today. Let's take a look at the calendar. See what we got going on here. All right, earnings season in the midst. Yesterday, Thursday, after market. Visa came through, Intel came through as a beat, T-Mobile came through as a little bit of a miss. Market's still responding pretty positively to latest batch of earnings, you know, things going on. Today after market, nothing really. All these are before market, so no after market earnings today. Things are looking great, I would say, for a solid trading day. This morning we had core PCE and PCE price index data come through. Things came in rather muted, not too much of a big response. Market went up and down, and we're sitting pretty clean for a nice, clean, open, no irrational signals. Market ready to go. DD bands trade. Like a good golden setup. Some longs. Can't argue with that. Let's see if we get it 2 minutes till market opens. So get ready to get started.
Before Shopify, were you wondering where are my sales at? But now you're selling.
All right, looking across the board, everybody. Take a look really quick. We did have that triple B bounce. This is good. We want to stay below the 14.4 level on VIX. This is going to give us a nice clean trading day. Obviously having those clean sharp pivots, good. Inside of DD bands for all the different indices. I like that. S&P is definitely going to gap down. Be nice to see resilience be positive on a gap down. Get prepped for my opening trade. I want to do longs today if we get them. Let me grab Celsius. Can't forget the most important part of the day. Papa Bear needs Celsius. So this thing's gonna be just right. Cheers. Why gap down though? We have PCE data, so the market's just responding to that. Let's see if I can't get a nice little opening play here. We gap down, we're trading down. Okay, so I'm going to look for some kind of opening move here. Let me just take a little 5 spot, and I'll correct it as soon as liquidity maps come through. All right, what did I get in long? Right here. Resilience is positive, bottom of the box, mode 2 resilience, at least a 488 run on this. We can take that. VIX is in decay pattern. That's really awesome. Where's my pen? Where'd that pen go? Ooh, interesting. All right. Spying a liquidity pocket. That's not the best setup there is. Okay, this is gonna be a tough one, but take a look. VIX in decay, that's great. Fixed below triple B, that's great. S&P and liquidity pocket to the other side. That's great. Let me go ahead and close that out. Take profit on that. Right at half gap. I only want to take the long on a 48 break. So this is going to be one of those easier setup days. Let me go ahead and flatten this quick. Yeah, I'm going to take profit on that. That was only $50, not too much. Mean reversions, we know, kind of sit in the middle. So what I want to do is I want to get a 48 break from here to DD band. So I'm only going to take a long on the break, which means we need to break through here. We break through here and go past highs. I will take a chase long on that only. I won't trade inside the middle. Any dip below is illiquidity pockets right here at the bottom. Get a 487 support. So I'm going to do like no man's land. No trades there. Okay. Nice and clean. All right. I'm going to sit back on this one and just wait it out. See if we get a nice break on this. Okay. What's up, everybody? Good morning. Take a look at Qs. I'm going to get that bull zone tap 48 support. We'll take a run if DD band's greater than half. Be perfect. Qs in the same boat. So we need those bull zone breakouts to get a nice clean run on that. Okay. I do like what I'm seeing. I did long last night in the overnight, which is what I rarely do. I did long right down in here at the lower HP. I set a stop loss and then I closed it out right here for like $1,200. I usually like in modes where I know the market's extremely bullish. I want to catch continuance runs. I will sometimes play the overnights. I don't normally trade at night at all. What the hell is this LOLA? What is up? What's up, Connor? What the hell is this? This is called stock trading. This is called making some money. Yeah, the liquidity map. What the hell is this? This one sucks ass, doesn't it? I look at these and I'm just like, bleh. You know what I mean? These are like our least favorite ones. You're gonna wake up and hear like a really, really, really strong setup. Keep an eye on the resilience numbers. Yeah, makes me want to cry. Liquid markets are kind of blah. Okay, so here, be careful. This is the entry point if there is a long continuance trade to go to upper DD band. This is the pullback on it. I might take a stab at these. All things look good. Golden setup. I'm not complaining about it. QQQ has a lot of room to move as well. I'll take it. I'll take it with 10 micros just to see. It's golden setup. All things are decent on this. Check for QQQ hedge break. All right, everybody. So looks like resilience is fighting to stay alive. I'm liking what I'm seeing, but just keep an eye out for this right here. If we go negative, we're going to drop to the other side of the box. I am taking that bull side bet breakout. So we are playing these liquidity pockets here. QQQ is surviving on hedge pressure, so keep an eye on that as well. I don't know if I like it. So Res is negative. I'm going to go ahead and flatten this out and take a little tiny loss there. I did make like $1,200 in the overnight session, so I just made 100, just lost 100. We'll just call it quits. Let this guy play out. If I do get that bull side break and it starts to support here, I might go ahead and take it. I don't know what I think about these days. I hate them. I'd like to at least support along here, but then you got all these resistances in the way. Not a good easy day. Little scalps. Yeah, I think I'm going to probably just do small scalps as well. So probably going to do no trades in this no man's land right here. I can mute my mic for a second. Hang tight. The Dow hit new highs. I do like that idea psychologically. Love that Dow Jones. Peter Tuchman got a new hat on this morning. I'm gonna flip on CNBC and see if he's got his Dow hat. So Dow Jones at now, I actually don't really stare at it that much anymore. 30 something, 38. I have no idea. All right, everybody. I'm in the no trade zone still. I'm gonna not do anything until there's a defining breakout. Nasdaq resilience being negative, like the Nasdaq itself wants to kind of like have a little hard time playing. But I'm waiting for that straight up breakout. Straight up breakout from here, 24 to 48. By the end of the day, that could be a 24, 25 point move. Definitely worth it. I did make an overnight trade at the bottom, right down here. I bought it lower HP estimate, and I just set a stop loss. And I woke up this morning, and then I saw that it was way in the money, and I closed out, which is a pretty decent trade on that one. But right now in the no trade zone, we like to sit down, kind of wait for these things to develop. Resiliences are not super strong. Notice how I'm not playing it. These mean reversions are random. Once you hit the middle, it's random which direction it goes from here. So it's up to you guys to decide what y'all want to do. My old glasses back on. Today is a sad day in the history of the Coward household. Today, my best friend is adopting my 2 kitty cats. Sad, good day, but sad day. We can still see them all the time, see my best friend all the time. But the morning chirps and meows from Fuki and Simba will be no more on the stream. I travel too much. I work a lot. And I'm also severely allergic, and it's finally starting to catch up to me. So I can love my babies from afar. Barb's gonna cancel her subscription. She's like, fuck this, I'm out. I came for the cats. But never fear, the adopter of the babies is also a Rocket Scooter lifetime member and one of my best friends. And we hang out a lot. If you need a daily meow in the background, I can just pretend to meow for y'all. Just so that you guys don't feel lonely. We'll just make some meow sounds. Don't ask me to do that. I'll start getting sad. There's an opening in your risk management team. There's definitely an opening in the risk management team. So we had this thing when Fuki would come in and start meowing, we always had this thing that was an omen that we were in a bad trade. So that was our risk management department. Was the orange-haired cat. It's a strategy. It's a work in progress for the strategy. Okay, we're still working on it. But basically, when the cat would meow, the trade would go south. How do you get futures on the charts? Hit LOL. That was worth the price of Rocket Scooter to get some free cats. That's true. How do you get futures on charts? Okay, number one, you go to your connections tab here, and you need a brokerage account. We currently work with EdgeClear and GFF and a couple other brokers. Actually, by the way, I got GFF, which is the group that runs the World Cup of Trading, or the Robbins Cup one. I think it's called World Cup of Trading now, whatever. I talked to the guys over there. They allocated our platform to connect to them in CQG's cast. So guess what? Those Robbins Cup competition that all the trading gurus had their pissing competitions over. You know what I'm talking about? They all get out the rulers and compare their small dicks. Because they're like, you enter that trade. No, you enter it. No, you enter it. Well, you can now trade that in the Rocket Scooter platform. So I think next week I'll enter. I know I'm about a month late on that, but I'm going to enter it, and I'll probably try to hit the leaderboard on that. So I actually can make an account with them and trade it through Rocket Scooter. So I'm going to make sure that's all set up and tested. I might enter the Robbins Cup next week. I'll go try to give Matt some love. I think Matt's on the trades with Matt's on the leaderboards right now. Our commissions resolved. Everything's pretty. Like, did they lower their fees? I don't think they did. Yeah, I texted Matt the other day. I was like, bro, I saw you on the leaderboard. He's like, oh yeah. Matt's so modest. He's like, yeah, I'm having fun with it. Like, you're like second place in the world. Like, yeah. He's super modest, dude. Anyways, maybe I'll enter it just to check it out. It'd be fun to have this, have everybody that wants to trade that we tried here. So I'm going to try to get it done. I have to open a second brokerage account and connect it to it. Anyways, how do you get futures on the charts? You have to connect a brokerage account. We use CQG as our API. As soon as you'll see some steps here. Mine says disconnect, so I'm already connected, but go to connections, you'll see some steps. It'll walk you through the process. All you need to do is open a brokerage account with the partner broker. And then you sign up for your data feed through the FCM there, like a Philip or a Dorman or something. And then as soon as you sign up, you connect to our platform, that account, those credentials, and then the futures data starts flowing. That's the one thing I didn't like about the Robin's Cup high commission. That's the one thing nobody likes about the Robin's Cup is the high commissions. For futures, it was like $5 a side per trade. Ugh. And you going in with like a small account, like a 10K or a 5K or something. Imagine how much you're gonna lose to commissions. Trying to build a small account or whatever. I might just roll this trading account into that. So I was talking to them about it at the end of last year. My goal was to be able to trade it in our own platform. I think it was $5 a side with minis. I'm not really, don't quote me on that. I don't want to say the wrong thing, but I just remember it was so expensive over the last couple of years. Every time I considered entering it, I called Joel himself and I'm like, hey, can you lower the commissions just for the sake of drawing a crowd? Like, and they're like, yeah, we don't do that. But their solution was, instead of having the yearly, like the yearly one that lasts all year, they're doing these quarterlies now that are cheaper. So that's the solution they said they had. They said, now we're doing these quarterly tournaments that are cheaper commissions or whatever, but the main one's not going to change. The quarterly ones are slightly cheaper. I'll give you all the details when I get started on it, but I'd love to check it out. I'd love to get going and be on the leaderboard. I think my small account challenge right now is up 150, 140 something percent. So I'd be in first place if I was in the contest. It'd be cool to see the two Matts on the leaderboard. The two Matts from Texas. Matt and Maddie running the show. Team YouTube in the house. That'd be fun, right? The bad boys from Texas. TBM and Daddy. That'd be fun. Hold on 1 second. All right, guys, resilience popping above zero in the illiquidity pocket right here. Question of what I want to do. Keep an eyeball on this. Let's see which stocks are breaking through that. So right now, no trades in the no trade zone. I'm not going to play anything in here. There's illiquidity pocket. It's going to bounce around. Now, while I do normally want to buy at hedge pressure, in reality, the bull side breakout is the easy trade to take. So I'm going to wait to take the breakout and do nothing in between. As like Lee and some of the others had said, small scalps are the way to go. I agree. The S&P is trading in a clean 10-point range with a 5-point split in the middle. So it's just not worth playing a 10-point range. Does everybody understand that? We're going to say F this market today. Let it do its thing. But a breakout from here with positive res and everything lining up would be nice and clean and good. Razor sharp pivots like this, remember. We're below triple B, so pivots are going to be razor sharp again. So keep an eye out. So right now, all we're doing is waiting. Let me draw it on screen. Wonder what I'm doing. So anybody that shows up and sees the stream, what's going on? Daddy is waiting. For breakout trade. Well, and the close would be perfect. It might take all day, might work till the end of the day. No trades in here. Okay, that's it. So let's tell stories or have some fun. Let me let my Celsius kick in. I'll entertain you guys for a minute. Just hold tight. Got a quick phone call to make. All right. Keeping an eye out right now on these resilience numbers, everybody. So what the resilience does, in case you were curious, it pivots through the redistribution zone, which is this box right here. We have no rational signals. Resilience greater than 0, resilience less than 0. This is what we're staring at right now. there's no reason to try to be a hero on any downside to try to catch a bounce to trade. Trust me when I say you're not going to miss out on anything inside of here. We all know this, as Connor was saying, we hate days like this because you wake up and you're like, ugh, these days are shitty. So what you have to kind of do is just watch it all day and wait for what you want. One could long from hedge pressure with the defining stop. You know, if I were to long in hedge pressure, I would put a stop half a point below. And I would definitely scout from here to there. But then you have resistance, and then, you know, remember, you open in mean reversion, you likely close in mean reversion. If there is no irrational signals 96% of the time. So it's a 4% chance that we break out according to our rules. Right? 4% chance that we break out. If rational, right? So it's a small probability, but it's a big run. So we'll wait for it. If we get lucky and that run develops itself, I'm gonna hit that thing hard. Like it owes me money. Seriously. The news is out. Let's take a look. Thanks, Rowan, for reminding us. Being a slacker today. Pending home sales came out. Take a look at these guys here to see if there's any kind of workout on this. A nice little beat on the estimate, definitely for sure. 77.3. The change in the number of homes under contracts to be sold was at 1,000. That's a pretty big bump for beginning of the year. A decent sign. Pending home sales month over month change. Pending home sales, the actual change is 8.3. It hasn't been that high since COVID. So, you know, those are really strong bullish numbers for sure. You would long off a UVXY hedge rejection. Yeah, absolutely. Be careful because the QQQ is starting to break hedge pressure, which means even on the downside, I wouldn't trust it right now today. So today, let today do its thing, right? I'm okay with letting it do its thing today. Make sure everybody keeps an eye out. Are y'all feeling like the longer, if that breakout happens? Yeah. So if that breakout happens, like the idea is that it's a very small probability that we end up here. But if it happens, it's clean. Everything would be clean. They'll have nothing in the way. We have two different hedge pressure breaks right here. Be very cautious on these alarms here. Hedge pressure breaks can cause a potential downward move. Now, this is an illiquidity pocket in the NASDAQ. So take a look. Remember, I'll show you on the cheat sheet what illiquidity pockets do. Remember, we all have our cheat sheets. And if you're using Rocket Scooter, you can make sure you have all your cheat sheets available to you. Right here. Okay. Illiquidity pockets. It's where you have liquidity is where a bull zone is above a bear zone. When bear zone is above bull zone, the other way around, it's a different setup. Let's talk about those very quickly. You have bulls. In this case, imagine that price is in the middle. A bull has longed the market. A bear has shorted the market. In the middle, the bull is upside down and losing. In the middle, the bear is upside down and losing. And the market maker is winning against both of them in the middle. Market loves the middle as both trades are losing to the house. The opposite is true in an illiquidity pocket. In the middle, the bulls are winning their trade. And in the middle, the bears who are short are also winning their trade. And the market makers are losing to both. So markets will not like staying in the middle of illiquidity pockets. Illiquidity means volatile or moving markets. They're going to move very rapidly outside of the zone. Liquidity pockets or non-volatile markets will love to hug the middle. So as you see this morning in a okay, let me quiz you, everybody. Which one is this? IP or LP? What do we have here? Which one is this one? We're going to show you some. It's LP. Am I going to enter the Robins? Yeah, I'm going to do it next week. If only if I could trade it through Rocket Scooter. We got that set up. So as soon as I get it set up, I'll enter it and join. This is an LP. An LP loves the middle. So you can see how it's hugging the middle, right? This is an IP. The IP hates the middle. It's certainly got potential to run very quick. So on a hedge pressure break, there could be more downside on the QQQ. Additionally, bull side bounces, we don't consider on the DD rule, where normally I would buy a bull zone when this is greater than half, because we're irrational on a hedge break. So therefore, any downside move today, I'm just not going to trade. You guys see how this works? So it's kind of today is just like a shitty day, but you know what's cool about Rocket Scooter? I wake up and say it's a shitty day. Not going to waste my time, not going to waste my money. Try to take a few scalps. Try to take a scalp on the potential breakout. Once I got this little bump up here, I close it out, call it a day, and then walking away. Right? Here's that I love how if I say, as I'm talking about it, the illiquidity move from one side to the other just takes place as I literally put a period at the end of that effing sentence. I love teaching things on the fly as I'm talking about them, and they happen. It shows the science behind what it is we do. I literally ended that sentence, and then all of a sudden, we're so much smarter than the average trader here. Because we understand mechanically without a catalyst, markets just don't move all over the place unless things are clean and uninhibited. We know the rules, right? Open in bear zone, likely to close in bear zone. So it's a 4% chance we break out. So I'll take the breakout chance because that's a really clean trade if it happens. But everything in here is going to be a choppy mess. Hug the middle, hate the middle. As a matter of fact, Nasdaq has even more room to fall. Like this. And that's why you guys hopefully tune in every morning. Put a little bit of science to the market, odds calculations, and make it a little easier to manage your thoughts. I did that without fancy colors and shapes. I spared your retinas for patterns. I've seen like some of the goofiest stuff out there. Not to say it's not to talk some smack, but I've seen some goofy things. Here's the illiquidity pocket on the other side. Hates the middle. It likes to move really fast through the middle. You see how quickly it bounced and recovered? This is the pure form of illiquidity pockets. Market makers hate keeping price in the middle here. It's very illiquid. Bears are in the money, bulls are in the money, and inside of here, everyone's rushing to take profit. Imagine you shorted the market up in here. Now you've made money. Imagine you've longed the market. Now you've made money. Bulls and bears are frantically exiting with profit. In the liquidity pocket, bulls and bears are frantically exiting at a loss. There's a difference between the two. Gotta love it. Yeah, I didn't. The weirdest thing to me about now here's the thing. If somebody's product is technical analysis tools, at minimum, hire an artist, right? To make it look pretty. I know the days of like every neon color known to man is like very like 2006. When like everybody's computer was like bright neon colors and all the colors. I would say if I did only technical tools, I'd hire an artist to make it look pretty. Cleanliness to me is godliness, like the Smashing Pumpkins song goes. The more refined or elegant a solution is, the simpler it is. Presentation. That's a science thing. I always want things to look pretty. When the Mac desktops had color choices, those iMacs where you had like the different colored ones where they put the monitor inside on the computer box itself. Modern color schemes are a little more muted, I would say. Technical applications. No trade zone. Hate these no trade zones. Waiting to see if anything manifests. If it does, that'd be great. I'd love to see the day finish off strong on like the expiration. So even today, I'll check back in closer to 2 p.m. when the light turns red. We're not supposed to trade. If we got a 2 p.m. breakout to bull zone, it's going to close really nice and strong. Other than that, let's just kind of let the market do its thing. No use crying and sweating over a 10-point range. Come back tomorrow and get it, or Monday and get a good setup. Resilience is negative outside the box. We're supporting a little bit more downside inside of here. Definitely not long. Do y'all like how you wake up and you can say, aha, you know? Great trading. Oh no, it's gonna be choppy and shitty. Right? I took a scalp long to there. I longed again here. It fell, popped up, closed out. I basically didn't do anything today. I made $1,200 or maybe $1,400, something like that overnight. I was half asleep when I closed it out. I remember it said 12 to 14. It was bouncing around. So essentially, I closed right before the news event. It was R&R was great. We're at the bottom of DD band. Things closed nice and bullish. All greater bull market was great. And I wrote in chat, if you guys remember in the Discord chat, actually I wrote the same thing as well. That I was trading at the lower. Let me share real quick. This guy right here. Looking at that 4903 support tonight. Yesterday at the market opens, and I very rarely trade overnight. 4903 support, and there's that 4903 support right here. I loaded up all up in here. So clean, such a clean trade. Those overnight DD, those overnight hedge resistance are very strong.
With the Wells Fargo Active Cash credit card, earn unlimited 2% cash back on purchases you want, like dance lessons. And on what you need, like memory foam inserts. That's real life ready. Visit wellsfargo.com/activecash. Terms apply.
No trade zone. QQQ is dying. Resilience is dying a little bit. Market's just not having fun today. But you know what? Ain't losing money. Perfect. 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 I just got a really cool. I always get these. I like, you know, how sometimes people, I know, like, here's one thing you never see me do. In the years I've been around, you know how sometimes people have like, you know, reviews or testimonials and things like this. Traders and trading gurus love this crap. They love to like tell their members, hey, go out there and give me a good review on Google or on Trustpilot or on whatever. Like, to literally just go out there and stroke their own ego or make their business look good or whatever. Or on their website, testimonials, you know, and it says like, it's like, this is the best trading service I've ever had, James, you know, like things like that. And they post over their website. I think that's the stupidest thing to ever do. I've never done it. I think that's so dumb. It's so weird. I'm like a weird hipster when it comes to education and trading. Like I do things before they're cool. I don't do things that other people do. I do everything my own way. I probably can make a whole lot more money in sales if I followed the standard protocol of how people do this stuff. I don't aggressively advertise. I don't rarely advertise at all. I show up, do my job well, and maybe people will notice. I don't go out there and flood the market with website. There's no testimonials or anything like that. Every once in a while, I get these awesome messages from people and just makes my day, makes me happy. That one last night says, wow, what a morning video yesterday. I think this was we did 2 really good videos this week. One of them was the first trading day of the month, like that 4th Monday of the month. And the other one was, oh, where was the other one? The golden setup. What was this one? Oh, qualifiers. When to turn the strats on and off. Yeah. Okay. Like today, qualifiers. Hedge pressure breaks. Me no likey. No use resilience. Okay. Anyways, rather heartfelt. Amazing video. What a morning video. So I'm going to watch it again. Had to be in and out because of work. I wanted to say thanks with capital letters again, especially for your illustration about hedge pressure. Love the curve you drew. Oh, that was yesterday in the stream. Okay. The distribution of volume and hedging as I described that was cool. Yeah, that really was cool. I think you guys liked how when somebody asked a question, if the market makers are all defending that area, and I said, well, market makers are defending all areas at all times. That's just where the most defense happens. And I drew the distribution of volume and the bell curve. That's what they were talking about. Love the curve you drew. And as always, thank you for all the additional market wisdom you share. I was going to give up after having been in other groups and being intimidated by people like, I'm not going to name some names, but apparently some really crappy, you know, gurus that were being pushy and whatever. Okay. The market info you give is like a fire hose. Thank you for chipping away what we don't know. I never called anyone this, but from my perspective, you are the GOAT, greatest of all time. And after last week, I wouldn't blame you for selling your platform. That's selling a subscription platform. Couple more things. Thank you, Matt, for all you do. Very nice. I forget that sometimes that we contain like inside of our wealth of information, it just becomes so routine now. We've oversimplified the presentation. You know, sometimes it's easy to forget how complex things are under the hood and how much of an appetite you guys have for complex things. over the years, we simplified everything into, you know, arrows and some simple rules. But the mathematics underneath hedge pressure and zones and resilience is very complicated, complex math. And it's, sometimes I forget that you guys have an appetite for the deeper stuff. Sometimes I'll go on a tangent in one of those videos and really discuss the math, you know, that controls the calculation, and creates the output. And when we do, it seems like you guys love it. Used to, when I first made these videos years ago, they were very math heavy. We were like an enthusiast community. Resilience is starting to go positive again. We still have IWM hedge break. I don't trust it just yet, but we want to wait for that breakout that we've been waiting for. But to me, that is such a, you know, we used to be very math heavy, and it scared away a lot of people because they were like, this is just too complex. I don't understand it. And then we made it easier, and then people are like, this is oversimplified. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a thing. So it's like, where's the balance where we actually talk about how complex this is and what we're actually exploiting versus making it too hard to digest? Josh remembers those early days. We were almost like a geeky math club where we would talk about the mathematics behind that. So when I go into, when somebody asks a question, and I love to break it down, somebody says, you know, at hedge pressure, wouldn't you think that's the biggest defense? Like, all the market makers are defending that. And the question was like, well, market makers have puts and calls all across the board at all times. So when you balance everything in all the Greeks for converting all of those times and prices to right now's time, and then you look at the amount of hedging done at all prices, the hedging is going to have this like normal distribution curve right here, like a bell curve. So they're hedging everywhere at all times. Just the most hedging takes place here, where the biggest change in delta exists, which is the highest gamma, second derivative of price of option to price of market. So first derivative would be delta, which is the change in price of the option over the change of price of the underlying, and then the speed of that, the derivative of that, which is gamma. So maximum gamma of dealer. So the reason why I isolate dealer options from the batch is that a dealer is going to want to hedge their trade to neutral. You, as a speculative gambler, might buy a Tesla call, and as that call goes in and out of the money, you're just holding on to profit. You're going to cash it out. You're not out there longing. You bought a call. You're not out there shorting Tesla to hedge that call to zero. You're not adding anything to the pot. You just bought a call and you're sitting on it. Well, market makers that own puts and calls, or that sell puts and calls, are going to be buying the shares along with it. The two trades go hand in hand. So if we can isolate from our algorithm what we believe is held by a dealer is defined by an entity that's neutralizing their position to zero by our definition and math, then you can identify that as the market changes price, that every dealer will adjust a certain amount to balance. And so the adjustment is not a linear thing. The adjustment is dependent on so many things. Black-Scholes is a very complex relationship, pricing option. So all the different Greeks are derived from Black-Scholes. And so inside of those Greeks, you have a lot of different mathematical relationships. We can talk about time and price and volatility and all kinds of things. And so now we can estimate, if we know where dealer options are, we can estimate where's the maximum order flow going to be of all those forced hand buying and selling of shares of the stock market. And that's hedge pressure. It's the most order flow you will see that balances positions for delta, gamma, and Greek hedging. When you get close to hedge pressure, you will see a volume spike. How cool is that? It's a predictable volume spike every time. So when you're trading, you want to know where the volume is going to be, so you know where those pivots are going to be. Volume, identifying where trading can be. That's it. So somebody said, aha, the market makers are defending this level. Well, market makers are not defending that level. Market makers are defending all levels at once, just to different degrees. So here is the maximum order flow of all defense together. Market makers are defending all levels at all times. That's this random noise you see. But when you get close to hedge pressure, it's the defense is maximized. because the gamma is the highest, and gamma is the change in delta for change in price is the highest, and delta is the amount of shares you're going to buy for every 0.10 delta. The market moves, then you'll buy 10 shares. So if the change in delta is the highest here, which is highest gamma, means change in delta is the highest. Therefore, the change in order flow is the highest. Therefore, a volume spike is expected. How cool is that? And we talked about that distribution curve, and that's what that person was talking about. It's not just the market makers are eyeballing 487. Market makers are identifying and defending their own positions wherever they are. So somebody with a 489 call is still acting down here, just not to the same degree as somebody with the 487. And time is also important. Oh, here's the breakout. All right. Clean, 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 clean. Looking great, looking great. Should we take this trade? Oh. If rational. Oh, IWM hedge break. Let's put IWM up here. Wait. Should we take this trade? The R&R is worth it. Things look good. You know what? We'll do one mini. Just to take something small. Something small. Something small. These lights are yellow. I'm going to go like halvesies. Where are those videos in Discord? Oh, they're going to be in the Zoom recordings channel, or they're in on the website itself. Do we get this breakout trade? Actually, yellow is half. Let's go half. Let's do 15 because that is my half of my position. Daddy is waiting for a break. I'm committed now. So here's the commitment. My stop loss. It's a committed trade now. So I'm going to take a 10-point stop. If I'm wrong, I'm going to get a 25-point stop. I'm right. So we call it all or nothing trade. I'm committed. I'm going to ride it. I'm going to it's a ride or die. That's it. Yep. So again, probabilistically, the market is destined to not break out. It's a 4% chance we go, according to our back test. So it's a ride or die. At 10 points, I'll lose 750. At 30 points, I'll make 2150 if we tap DD. Top of the 1200 I made overnight, 1200 something. That could be a $3,500 day. So we'll see. Not a terrible day if we break out on 1.5. Now, yellow lights are yellow in the alerts. I'll take half the position I normally do. I'm not going to hit it super hard, but if velocity starts to pick up, VIX is in decay. The irrational signal has gone away. Nasdaq resilience, S&P resilience, all positive. Mo2 resilience kicking on. DD ratio greater than half. Longy at bull support is always a trade. Daddy is waiting for break. I planned this from the start. I could have longed at hedge, didn't. Could added 10 points to the mix. Meh, whatever. I'm gonna wait for the break. All right, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Be right back. Somebody yell at me if my trade starts going south. Ooh! All right, let me take this profit here as well. Get that UVXY bull zone tap. Let me take that profit, 300 bucks. There's gonna be some volatility. If we get a test here, I'll take one more trade on it. Right now, I want to see support a bull zone one more time. We're getting close to the end of the stream. If you guys haven't checked out Rocket Studio yet, feel free to go to our website. We have an extended trial, which is a way for you to take a look at all of our tools for a really low price for 3 months. It's a pretty good deal. 199 normally per month, but it's going to be 79 a month for you to check it out, just to play with it and have some fun, get into the Discord and learn all the lessons that we teach. This is looking pretty clean for a breakout. Actually, I do like this. I was just curious about the VIX here, but I think it's looking pretty solid. I do like what I see. Little short squeeze bumps here. I do want to see. So right here, this is bull zone. What's up, Cheyenne? And market's looking nice and solid. I made a bunch of trades already throughout the day and throughout the evening, so I'm pretty satisfied with what I've got. Ideally, I'd like to see some kind of retracement here, but it doesn't look like we're going to get it. I think it's going to consolidate and probably still kind of trade higher. But even so, bull zone support is entry level for a DD tap. So I'm going to call it quits, you guys. I'm going to get out of here. You guys have a happy weekend. I got a lot of stuff I have to do today, but we'll see y'all later on Monday. We'll do a Zoom call at 4 o'clock, and y'all have a wonderful day. I love you guys. We'll see y'all later.